Hey everybody, Wayne here. In today's Let's Play, we're going to be taking a look at Warfighter the Fantasy card game from DVG. What I want to do with this video is set up a new campaign. So we're going to take the Plumeria core box, we're going to gather up our resource points, we're going to get all the heroes and everything together, the equipment, the weapons, powers, all that good stuff. And we're going to purchase our party, get our party heroes all set up, and then in future videos, go ahead and go into some dungeons and work our way through the campaign. So let's go down to the table and build our party. All right, let's go ahead and build our party for Warfighter Fantasy Plumeria campaign. All right, so we have the Plumeria sheet out just here for kind of a reference. It tells us up here we get 50 RPs when we start a campaign. And it has other information such as how to build the deck of town cards. If you go on desperation adventures, which is when you lose an adventure and you go on almost like a makeup adventure. The exchange rate of coins, how much it costs for, I believe it's repairs and healing, and then deployment campaign, well, some other information here. So, but those are just sort of informational right now. Really the key is let's build our party of heroes, select our heroes, outfit them with their, spells, powers, gear, weapons, armor, all that good stuff. So we get 50 resource points. What resource points we don't spend get converted into gold 1 for 1, which then we spend on the weapons, armor, shields, and gear that are not automatic with our characters. Now, most of my parties, in fact, I think all of them I've played so far in this game have been 4 heroes. I just like to have, it's a classic, right, like D&D, classic role-playing style, right? You have 4 heroes. Let's go with 3 heroes today. Let's build a campaign. That way we can start off, instead of being first level, we can start off with maybe our player hero being a little higher level. We'll play with the numbers here. I'll have my phone handy with the little calculator app up. We got 50 RPs. Let's go ahead and start spending them. So over here on the right-hand side, I have the different player heroes and different heroes you can have. So again, quick recap for not familiar with Warfighter system. The player heroes here are the ones that have a hand of action cards. You always want at least 1, or else you're not going to do anything. You're not going to be able to play locations. So, and I do like to only play with 1 when playing solo like this, because then I only have to deal and manage 1 hand of cards. So we'll pick 1 player hero, and then we'll pick 2 other heroes from the team heroes, squad heroes, and non-player heroes. And the costs vary, what they get varies, things like that. Team heroes, they come with just sort of their stats, but they have nothing else other than, say, for instance, Colin the fighter here, he has toughness 1, but you have to buy all of his equipment, just like you would with a player hero, right? They're not going to come with weapons and armor. You have to buy them for them. However, the squad heroes and non-player heroes, they're going to come with equipment, and they're going to come with things that say, hey, this is their spells, powers, equipment. There you go. That's what's on the card. You can't give them any more information, or excuse me, any more equipment or anything. So, all right, let's start off with our player hero then. What I'm thinking, I've already been thinking about a little bit, is, so for player heroes in the core box, again, this is all core box. I do have the expansions, but I'm just not using them yet. You have Aaron, the human cleric, Vex, the human thief, Eleanor, the human wizard, I believe you saw her in one of my playthroughs, and Gareth, the human fighter. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick Aaron, the human cleric. I want to have a cleric. You basically got to have a cleric for healing, and then for the divine powers they have. There's some really special ones. In the base game, the only god is Odin the Wise, so that'll be the one that we'll pick for him, or deity, I should say. If you have some of the clerics that are over here in the other ones, it'll say up in the corner, because you don't pick, right? Because you don't pick from other powers. Instead, it just says like, okay, this is who it is. This is who they follow. Again, in the core box, it's always going to be Odin the Wise. So let's pick Aaron. We will find, and we're only going to have 3 characters, I'll remember, so we can't have a cleric, wizard, fighter, thief. Someone's got to give, but we're definitely going to have a cleric. And let's pick Aaron here. As you can see in the core game, there's only 1 from each class as part of the actual player heroes. There are more in the expansions. So we'll pick Aaron. Now thinking about, and let's put Vex, Gareth, and Eleanor back. Sorry guys, maybe next time. Let's look at the levels here. So like I said before, I think I want to start off at a higher level. I don't want to just start off at first level. I want to have additional powers. Let's kind of look at and see. So first level here, what do you get when you go to second? What is the, obviously it costs 2 more resource points. Movement's the same. Health is the same. Okay, you get 1 XP. Divine Power is 1. Health loadout is a little higher. Hand to hand is the same. Okay. What about when you go to 3rd level? 1 XP, 2 hand size, Divine Powers of 2. Okay, Divine Powers of 2. So Divine Powers is basically, that is going to be, when you look at Divine Powers, the number here, when you start, it's going to tell you how much Divinity you get. Divinity is what you use to cast your Divine Powers, your cleric spells, right? Only they're not called spells, or spells for wizards, mana spells. They're Divine Powers for clerics. So instead of starting with 10, we would start with 15, which is pretty nice. What else would it be? So we had that 1 XP, Divine Powers 2, hand to hand is +1. Ooh, that's really nice too. Still no increase in movement, and the cost does jump up quite a bit to 16. We only have 50 to spend, so what would be the next step? What would be 4th level? Okay, so it costs 20 RPs, excuse me, that's a lot. What am I thinking here? No movement. Health is still 5. +1 hand size, yeah, that's fine. Loadout goes up to 10. Hand to hand is +1. And its Divine Powers up to 3, which means we'd get 20 Divinity to start with. And then the 2 XP and then 1 CX, which I believe is a free card draw. I'll double check that. But I don't think we're going to go that high. I think that's 4th level is probably a little too high because we need to save some resource points and money for our other guys. So maybe 3rd level, because then we get that +1 hand to hand, and we get 1 XP, and we get more Divine Powers. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's try that. So let's look at 3rd level Aaron for our party to start with a 16 cost. So I believe you guys can see my calculator. Let me double check the camera up here. Yep, sure can. So we have started with 50. If we buy Aaron, the 3rd level human cleric, minus 16 equals, well, 34. Already down to 34. Yikes. Okay, yeah, let's put these away for now and just set them over here and see what else. So now we need 2 more, because again, I want a party of 3. The cleric, what else do we need? I'm going to tell you right now, I think we need a wizard. And the reason we need a wizard for sure is because, I'll just say from playing the game, their fire hands attack that a lot of them come with is extremely powerful. Possibly OP, to be perfectly honest, but if that is part of the game and you kind of need that, I think it's something you want to look at. So let's look at what do we have for, and by the way, thinking about what do we have, so let's see, for team heroes, I think it's not just Colin, is it? It is just Colin. So the only team hero, so remember, team heroes are kind of close to the player heroes, they just don't have a hand of cards. We have to buy all their equipment. It's only Colin the fighter. We'll probably skip him today, sorry Colin. So let's look at the squad heroes and then the non-player heroes. Squad heroes, Kymor the wizard. There is Whisper the human thief, which by the way, Kymor is a human wizard. Bartok the human fighter, and Rika the dwarven cleric. We already have a cleric. These are player heroes. We're definitely not picking old Rika here, or Rika. And then thinking about the non-player heroes, we have, what is it? Tolinar, an elven wizard, and then Herka, human cleric. Again, definitely do not need another cleric. I'm not saying you can't have more than one, but we do not need more than one for sure. So let's get Rika, put her back. So like I said, no more clerics. We got 1, and with a party of only 3, we can't afford to spend too much on other ones. So, all right, let's see. So I'm thinking for sure, so this is kind of what we're looking at picking through, right? Because everyone else, or maybe Colin, but I'm not really convinced him. So we already have Aaron the cleric. We need either a fighter, wizard, or thief, but we only can pick 2. Let's see. What about, so the wizards here, if you compare Kymor the wizard versus Tolinar the wizard, 1st level. Let's see. Kymor has, see, they both have 2 actions, right? So you can see, right, when you're looking at the cards, right, they have their movements of 0, cost in the top, so it's 7 and 10, so a little bit more for Tolinar. Both 1st level, both have only cover 1. It's pretty much standard for all the heroes, especially in the core game. They both have 2 actions, and they both have 2 health. Kymor does get an actual physical attack, a hand-to-hand attack. Tolinar does not have a hand-to-hand attack, so that's interesting. It is only, you have to roll a 9 to hit, and then it causes 1 wound, so you have to roll pretty well to get a hit, but okay. And then for bonuses, for extra stuff, so it looks like Kymor here gets 2 experience points, starts with 3 focus, mana is +0, lore is 7+, 5+ with an upgun, and he has fire hands and minor deflect. And then Tolinar is fire hands and minor deflect as well, also 3 focus, mana +0, lore 10 +8+, hand to hand 0. So then, yeah, fight 3 focus. What is he missing here? Oh, so Kymor starts with 2. So Kymor has a hand-to-hand attack, and he starts with 2 XPs. And his lore is actually a lot better. 7 and then 5 with the upgun, 10 and 8 without upgun. So how come Kymor seems to me like he's a lot better? I guess with the non-player hero Tolinar, is it because, geez, I don't know why he's, I feel like it's a no-brainer because you're paying more and you're getting less, right? So why wouldn't you pick Kymor? I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know. But I'm definitely thinking Kymor it is. Sorry, Tolinar. It looks like you're going back over here. So I think we're gonna pick Kymor the Wizard. Which should we do? What do you think we should do? Should we do the level first level? Because I want to do it. I want us to make sure to save our stuff. So what would be the difference between first level, second level? Cost goes up by 3. Let's see, health is the same, actions are the same, attacks are the same. He gets, what does he get? His penetration is a little better. Everything's exactly the same, just the pen is better. So the penetration, he has a -1 regular, he's 0 there. That's kind of funny. Okay, what about third level? So the cost is gonna double, which would be 14. I don't think we're gonna be able to afford that necessarily, so let's not worry about that right now. He does get ice hands as well. Ice hands, fire hands, minor deflect, and he has 3 health instead of, oh, that's nice though. Oh boy. Should we try to go to third level? Would that be double the cost though? 14. You know what? Let's do this. Let's only pick the first level for now. -7. What's us at 27? We may be able to swing an additional 7. Put us at 20. Ooh, we may be able to do that. So let's get our last guy though before we do that. So now we have a cleric, we have a wizard. We need to decide, are we going to have a fighter or a thief? All right, so I'm trying to pick between adding Bartok the human fighter or Whisper the human thief. So what I've been thinking a little bit here is that we have, so our party right now is Aaron the cleric, Kymor the wizard. Wizard, yeah, he's gonna have to get in there to use his fire hands and minor deflect, which I'll pull them out of the cards right away, or in a minute here, and we'll look at them. But he's gonna have to stay back now. Technically, he has to get in striking range, use fire hands, but you know what I mean, right? We're gonna try to avoid him tanking or taking any hits. Only has two health. Aaron only has 4 health, which is not awesome, but even someone like Bartok, he only has 4. Second level, he does have 5, but it's just not a ton. So kind of what I'm thinking here is if Aaron the cleric, and after we spend our resource points, we're going to get a hero and then maybe upgrade Kymor to second level. I think Aaron can be kind of our tank, right? He'd be the cleric / tank because he can wear good armor. He can use a nice strong mace. So his weapons, right, must be hand to hand and then blunt. So he can't use like a long sword or anything like that. He's a cleric, right? So I think what I'm looking at, and also, by the way, I'm thinking if we pick the fighter, we're not going to have any thief skills, which, there's a lot of skill checks in the dungeons that involve the pick skill and the maybe not shadow skill, but using the pick skill a lot for traps and just avoiding trouble, things like that. So what I think we'll do, let's try this. So let's look at Whisper, and I think what I like for Whisper instead of first level, I think I like his second level because he gets the dodgy skill, and that is a really nice one to avoid him taking wounds. So yeah, let's look at Whisper at second level and add him in. So that is -11. So we're at 27. Now we're down to 16. Oh, it's going fast. And then let's put Bartok and Whisper away. And let's go ahead and look at, and what are they, both squad heroes? Yep. Let's actually look at Kymor here. His second level, I think I want to do, right? Is that what I'm thinking about? Let's see. Is second level any different? Oh no, second level is like no different whatsoever. Who was I thinking of? Oh no, I wanted to go all the way up to 3rd level. That's what I was thinking with Kymor. There we go. So if we do Kymor at 3rd level, it does double the cost, right? But, and it's his hand-to-hand actually has that hand-to-hand attack. It does go up by 1. It gets a little better. And also he has 5 focus instead of 3, which is really nice. And then lore's the same, but he also has ice hands. So now, depending when we go against different creatures, some are susceptible to ice, some are susceptible to fire. 3rd level Kymor will be able to affect either one. So let's go ahead and upgrade to Kymor 3rd level. So that is an additional 7. So minus 7. We're at 9 RPs, 9 resource points. This guy's away. I'm thinking. And now let's go ahead, actually, before we get any farther, though, let's check the stuff we get automatically. Aaron is a human cleric, right? He doesn't get anything. He's a player hero, excuse me. So he doesn't get anything automatically other than he'll have 1 XP, but he doesn't get any weapons or armor automatically. Kymor, as a wizard, as a squad hero wizard. Yep, squad hero wizard. He gets mana spells. So he will get... What is that there? Oh, that's another one. I don't know why that was tucked behind there. Fire hands, yeah, we'll need that one. Okay, so for mana spells, so he gets ice hands, fire hands, and minor deflect. So fire hands, right? He gets this one automatically. It's an explosion spell. 2 dice you get to roll unless you upgun it. You spend an XP and you get 3 dice. Penetration 0 is striking range, but as long as you roll 6 or higher, you're going to cause a wound. Very nice. And what is it? Ice hands and minor deflect. Let's see. There's a bunch of good ones here, but unfortunately we won't have those yet. Ice hands. I think it's very similar. Ice hands is, yep, just a little bit more powerful. So it looks like it costs a little bit more to cast as well. But then you get to roll 4 dice as an explosion attack, or up to 5 if you upgun. Penetration of 1. But you have to roll 7 or higher to actually get hit, though. So it balances out a little bit. And then minor deflect. Where's that one at? Where'd it go? All right, I found it tucked in with the skills over here. All right, so minor deflect for the wizard. That's a great one. It's a react one, so you can cast when you're about to suffer wounds from a hostile's attack. You roll a die, you suffer fewer wounds, and you can spend XP after the die roll to add to it if it'll help. So very nice. That's a good little combo of wizard spells, or mana spells as the game calls them. So put these with Kymor here. So that's what you'll have. So you'll have what's on his card, you know, some mana, things like that, or excuse me, focus, which is what he uses to cast it. And then we'll have his actual 3 spells that he has ready to go. Very nice. And then Whisper, he has, what is it? So those are all, stealth is what that is when he's in stealth, right? Which is he rolls shadows, hide in shadows. It's his bonus to attack. 2 XP, luck 1, which we'll put those on when we play. And then dodgy, that is a skill. So that is a thief skill. Okay, thief. Oh, there it is, dodgy. All right, dodgy is a good one. So dodgy, pay 1 XP when you are suffering wounds from a hostile attack. You get to roll up to 4 or higher, 1 fewer wound, 10 plus, 2 fewer wounds. Add 2 to the roll if you're in shadows. If he's already hiding in shadows, it's gonna be that much harder. He may still get hit, but he can avoid the wounds, which again, very nice. He only has 3 health anyway, so that's a very nice ability to just mitigate wounds, right? Okay, so now we have 9 RPs left, resource points. I think we're good. 3rd level Aaron, 3rd level Kymor the Wizard, and then 2nd level Whisper the Thief. Let's convert those 9 resource points into gold. So what we get is it'll be 9 gold. Let's go ahead, dig out some gold here. But what I'm thinking is, that's 1, 2, and it's 1 gold is 2 silver, and then 1 silver is 2 copper. So 1 gold is 4 copper, right? I think, yeah, math is hard. So that is 1, 2, 3. So I'm just gonna break up, have it get a little bit changed, because some of the stuff is definitely gonna 4, 5, 6. Let's get out some copper. 7, and let's do some more silver. 8, or did I go to 9 already? I knew I'd lose track. All right, so what do we got? 1, 3, 4, 5. Remember, we get 9 gold total. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boom. All right, so we are out of our RPs have now been converted into the money. And so we have 9 to spend. This is what we will be buying equipment with. Now, technically, one thing you could do is you could buy skills. So for instance, look at, obviously we can't do it for the wizard, we can't do it for Whisper the Thief because they already have what's on there, right? These are for player heroes and then team heroes. So the only one we have is Aaron the Cleric, which we can look at his. And you know, he's got some different ones. Let's look at the sort of the weakest ones here, or I should say not weakest, but less expensive. All right, so these are the ones that are least expensive. So for 1, we could get Devotion. Gain Divinity when you eliminate a hostile card. Depends on their XPs. You get that much Divinity. It's actually not bad, but I don't. We'll see. We'll see about that one. Devotion. Valve Devotion. Any hero costs 2, and then it is and gain 3 Divinity. A little bit once per turn. So every turn you can just get Divinity. That's interesting. Once per turn. Not a bad idea. Weapon experience. Start the adventure. Choose your bonus. Add 1 to your weapon usage or gain 3 experience. Okay. Melee skill. Add +1/+0 to your hand-to-hand attacks. That's not a bad one. The problem is it costs 3. So we're getting up to 3 RPs, which means that's 3 less gold we'd have. So you know what we'll do. And then movement. Add 1 to your movement value. Strong. You gain add 3 to your loadout. 3 to your weapon loadout limit if you have one. Melee speed. Let's set these aside for now. I want to focus on getting our equipment in. So because we need Aaron. So these 2 are good. Whisper the Thief, he is good. He's got what he's got, right? He's got his dodgy skill. Kymor the Wizard, he's good. He's got his spells, and that's all he's gonna need. Everything else is on his card, just like Whisper the Thief. But now Aaron the Cleric, he needs armor, he needs a weapon, and also we need some extra gear too for our guys. Torches, trust me, torches. So let's first off, let's look at weapons here. Now for Aaron, hand-to-hand and blunt, right? Which I think everything in here is hand-to-hand. You know, we basically can't use bows and arrows, but there are none in the core game. There's an expansion there is. So Old Mace is blunt. I think they're all maces. Hang on. What's blunt? What's blunt? And I'm looking at the keywords here. Great Mace, the Flail, Longsword, and Mace. So we have these 3 here. 4, excuse me. An Old Mace, a Mace, and a Great Mace, and then a Flail. Those are the ones that can be, let's see. And he has a loadout of 7, so you can only hold right up to 7 in the little number there. So 3, 3, 5, 4. Yeah, I don't think he's getting a Great Mace. That's a bit excessive for a 3rd level guy here. So an Old Mace, though, I think that's trash. That's old. That's weak. So I'd say either Mace or Flail. So looks like the Flail is cheaper. Prerequisite, hand-to-hand, 1+, strong to equip one-handed. Okay, so if you had like a shield as well. But I think we'd probably just use a 2-handed. I don't think we would use a shield, or maybe we'll look at shields in a second here. So either Mace or Flail is what we're gonna want to do for sure. I'm guessing here. What would be armor? Let's look at those. We're looking at things, right? So we need some armor. Old chainmail armor, it's probably pretty heavy. Old medium shield, scale armor, yikes. 5 gold. Yeah, we can't afford that anyway. Medium shield, chainmail, old leather, or 5, 6, 7, so up to 3. So old leather, that was 3, huh? Yikes. Oh, regular leather's 2. Studded is 3. I'm looking at the weight and then the gold cost, so leather. So maybe probably leather or studded, it looks like. It's probably going to be kind of the best choices for us. And I don't think we're going to have a shield at all, because what do we have for shields? Old, medium, and then medium. Is that it? Yeah. So, with the loadout costs, I'm not going to be able to carry them. I'm not going to have... Aaron can't hold that much. So, between leather or studded, sturdiness of studded goes up to 8. Sturdiness of leather is only 4. So I definitely like the studded more for that. It does cost an extra gold, and it costs an extra on the loadout. but we could carry it with any of them. So he could have studded, let's see, studded, and say he had even the flail, which is better. So flail is actually cheaper by 1 copper, funny enough. It does way more, so that'd be his full loadout, but it's cheaper by a copper, and then hits on a 5 normal. It's on a 5 normal. Pen is -1. Flail is 0 though. And then you can spend XP to, you know, boost it up. Oh, I like that. I think we might do flail. What do you guys think? Do flail? Aaron won't be able to carry anything else though, but I don't think he needs to. So if we did that, so if we bought him a flail and studded armor, cost would be 3 gold, 3 gold, and a copper, so total of 6 gold. Yikes. Which, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, and then we'll just do 2 silver, 6 gold, and then what was it? Also a copper. So we're down now. Yikes. Okay. All right. Well, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's also look at gear. So this is like the mundane gear, right? We definitely need, I'm telling you right now, torches. Trust me, huge part of the game. Torches, I believe, are 1 copper each, and then you can hold, non-player hero can equip 4. It takes 1 loadout, but that's okay because we'll put them on, well, I guess I don't really have a loadout listed here, but we'll put them with, maybe that's only the loadout, it must be when it's only with a player hero. Anyway, here's holding torches. I don't care. I don't care if only a player hero is supposed to hold them. We're going to put them with maybe Whisper the Thief or Kymor, the Wizard. So 1 copper for each one. Each one of these, a non-player hero. Each hero that is not a player hero may equip 4 of these. So we'll buy 4 torches, and which will be 4 copper. 1, 2. What do I got here? Okay, so actually let's just do 2 silver. 2 silver. Boom. So we still have 2 silver and 3 copper left. And I will have, there's counters for the torches, I'll put those on. So we'll just get held by, like, say, Whisper the Thief. All right, so now we have Aaron has his flail, studded armor. They have everything they need. We have some extra torches. What other gear is there that we want? I'm thinking we don't need a backpack yet. That'll be for the future. Water skin. Those are kind of nice. What else is really nice? The bandage. Well, we'll have Aaron as a cleric, and he'll have plenty, be able to cast plenty. Map fragment, expend when you play a location objective, gain 3 experience. That's also kind of nice. Picks and tools. We don't have the money for that, unfortunately. Add 2 to your pick rolls, so that would be great for old Whisper here, but he does not have them yet. We don't have the money for it because it would take 2 gold. We have 2 silver, which is 1 gold, and 3 copper, which is not. Holy symbol, add 1 to your heal rolls. Full gold though, that's wild. Holy water, what does that do? Oh, that's for when you do like, so minor heal, which will be, so by the way, when it comes to the clerics, you don't pick their, you may think, well, are you going to pick his powers, his divine powers? It doesn't work that way, actually, funny enough. When it comes to clerics, you just have access to, so he's going to be, Odin the Wise, right, will be his deity, which means he will have all of Odin's, you can see Odin right there. He will have all of Odin's abilities, and he can just access them at any point. So whenever he wants to cast any of them, we just look through, pick one to cast it. As long as we have, you know, the necessary divine powers, which usually that's the key. So for instance, you see divine powers 1+. Our divine powers is 2. So we can do minor heal, we can do intervention, we can do haste, we can do stand firm, divine storm, let there be light, and then that's it. I think the rest of these are, oh no, action blessing as well. 3+, 3+, 4+, 3+, and then it's just it's a copy of minor heal. So these are the ones we'll be able to use. So we can use any of these. So we don't even have to buy them or pick them specifically. We'll just be able to access them as needed. All right, so we have to save a little bit of money, but I was thinking just to make sure we have everything we need. This repairs armor. 1 action to mend up to, yeah, but that's expensive too. Holy water again. Do we want the actual holy water? I don't know if we need something like that. I'm almost thinking something like, if we didn't convert that, right? Because remember we're looking at the abilities over here for the cleric. Are there any of them that are 1 devotion, 1 RP, instead of converting it to gold, right? Using it just for the, it just be gain divinity when you eliminate a hostile card. Nah, it's not worth it. I don't think that's worth doing. Not even worth messing around with. Water skins. I do like the being able to gain 3, just draw 3 cards. That's pretty sweet. Geez, it's 1 silver each though. Backpack, no. Bandage, no. That fragment. I think for what I would say is possibly either the holy symbol per hero, and just hold that, and then or the water skin, or getting a couple water skins to expend to draw 3 cards. But let's do the holy symbol. So we will get a holy symbol, and lower cost is 0, cost of gold, so it's 2 of our silver, and we have 3 copper left over. We'll go ahead and save those. All right, let's do a little recap of what we got. All right, this is it. We have our party of heroes. We have Aaron, the 3rd level human cleric. He has a movement of 0, so bonus movement is 0, 4 health, plus 2 hand size, so we draw 6 cards for his card, for our hand of action cards. Loadout up to 7, which is maxed out. Hand to hand is a +1, which is very nice. Also, starts off with 1 XP. And again, I don't have any of the other counters on because we'll do that when we get to the playthrough. And his divine powers is 2. He is a follower of Odin the Wise. Odin the Wise divine powers of 2 gives him 15 divinity. So he'll have 15 divinity to cast his divine powers here. So things like, and these are ones that he meets requirements for, things like minor heal, intervention, which is adds 1 to any one of the attack rolls, haste, and we see this react, range striking, divinity costs 3, divine powers cost 1+, haste, move the time counter 1 space backwards when a hero activates, plays a location or activates an objective, stand firm, play when a hero is suffering a vuln, suffer 1 fewer vuln, etc., etc. I'm not going to read through all of them. He has a bunch of powers accessible. He will be armed with a flail, because he is our tank as well, basically. So he has a flail, which he'll be using 2-handed, and then he has studded armor for his defense. He'll also have a holy symbol in his inventory, which adds 1 to his heal rolls. He's our tank. We don't have a fighter, right? So he's going to have to dish out some hits, cast some powers, and take some hits. We'll see how well he does. I have faith in Aaron, though. And then second hero is Kaimor, the human wizard, also 3rd level. As a 3rd level, no bonus to movement, but he has he actually does have a hand-to-hand hit. He hits on an 8 or better to cause 1 wound. Starts with 2 XP, 5 focus, which is what we're used to cast. Mana +0, lore 7+, 5+ if upgun, so that's a skill. So under skill checks. And then his spells he starts with are Ice Hands, Fire Hands, and Minor Deflect. Fire Hands, Ice Hands, Minor Deflect, very nice spells, all of them. Minor Deflect is a react one that can reduce wounds suffered. And then Fire Hands and Ice Hands, offensive obviously spells, depending on what we're attacking. Hopefully can take advantage of a weakness if they're weak to either fire or ice. And finally, Whisper, 2nd level human thief. He has a movement of 1, so he has a little more ability there. Up to 3 health. Kaimor the wizard does have 3 health as well. Up to 3, he does have 3 health. He can attack hand to hand. Only hits on a 9, which is not good. But so he has shadows is 8+, 6+ with an XP. If he's in stealth, right? So if he's in the shadows, he has stealth, which means give him a +2/+1 to hit. So then that drops to needing a 7 to hit. Not too bad. He has the pick skill, 8+, 6+. That'll be good in the dungeons. Starts with 2 XP, luck 1, which luck gives you that +2 on your rolls, and then dodgy, which is a thief skill, which he can pay 1 XP when suffering a wound from a hostile attack. Depending on his roll, can suffer no effect, 1 or up to 2 fewer wounds, +2 if he's in shadows. He'll also be holding the torches for the party, at least initially here, and I did purchase 4 of them. I don't have the counters on there, but I did purchase 4. And then we have 3 copper left over, so anything we want to buy later on, we can, hopefully get more money when we start defeating some monsters. So that is our party. We'll be entering the world of Plumeria, starting to clear some dungeons, starting to build our strength, and hopefully getting some good loot along the way, defeating the bad guys. So this will be it for this video. This was just a campaign setup video. I'm not going to do, the only other parts of the campaign are going to be setting up the deck of cards, which it's right there. 2 random nuisance towns, 3 random common, 2 random renown, 1 random legendary, 1 random mythical. That builds the town deck of cards you draw from. That kind of shows like, okay, this is what active town is right now. And again, just some different information you're going to need. And this map is, we'll have counters on here to show, hey, this is where we're at. And then we'll flip them to say, hey, this place is cleared. We cleared out the dungeon, got rid of the bad guys, and good triumphs, at least for that day. So I think that's it. Yeah, we'll wrap up this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of seeing me set up a campaign, pick out a party of heroes and everything like that. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed, if you played the game yet, if you think you're going to get it, and let me know what you think about my party if I stand a chance against the monsters in Plumeria. Other than that, everybody, until next time, later.